My name is Bobby Maximus, and you know what I love? I love hard things. I love difficult things. I love when people are nasty. I love when people are grimy. And so it's no surprise that one of my favorite TV shows ever is The Boys. It's a bunch of grimy, nasty, low-life superheroes, and that's how I like them. So today we're going to talk about how to train like the boys. And what does that mean? We are going into the performance realm. And one of my favorite exercises is the incline bench press. Now, the incline bench press is the perfect workout to do when you're talking about the boys because it is the grimier version of the bench press. People stick with flat bench press because they can lift more weight. The minute you go to an incline, the weight becomes real heavy. And so I see way more people doing flat bench than incline bench. But you want a superhero physique, you want that upper chest. The incline bench press is going to do it. And today we're going to do 5 sets of 5. 5 sets of 5 is hard, but it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you bigger. It's going to make you more capable. It's the perfect mix of strength and mass gain, or strength, and for my scientific nerds out there, something called hypertrophy. I've got my bar already loaded up. I already warmed up. We're doing 5 sets of 5 at 225. Let's get after it. You're gonna lay on the bench. I got it set to a nice incline. Now, I've talked about this before with the bench press. I like the closer grip. You can go really wide and that shortens the range of motion and makes it easier, but I'm about it being harder. I'm about making things more difficult. So we're gonna go to that narrow grip range, and it's also gonna help protect my shoulders. I'm gonna unrack it, and I am going to do 5 reps. Count with me, make sure I don't cheat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rack. We're gonna rest. If you're doing this, we're gonna rest about 2 minutes between each set. We're gonna do 5 total sets. My weight today is 225. Pick whatever you think you can do. So when I think of the boys, when I think of some nasty, grimy superheroes, I'm thinking some real hard work, and this is one of the hardest workouts I know. It's called the Best for Last. It's a circuit, and I love circuit training. One of the greatest movie transformations of all time happened in the movie 300. It's noted for people's physiques. It absolutely shocked Hollywood, and those guys were doing a ton of CrossFit stuff, a ton of circuit type training. So here's a circuit that you can do yourself. It's going to be, CrossFit would call this a chipper, which means you move from station to station till all the work is done, and you do this for time. Other people call it a progression. It's going to be a big workout, a big circuit. You do this for time with no rest. Well, you rest as needed because you're not going to be able to do 20 straight probably, or 30 straight, or 40 straight, but you get the picture. We're going to do 20 pull-ups. We're going to do 30 dumbbell front squat push presses. We're going to do 40 box jumps. We're going to do 50 push-ups. We're going to do 60 sit-ups and 70 burpees. The weight for the dumbbell front squat push press, I'd pick somewhere between 20 and 30 pounds. For the box jump, I would pick somewhere between 20 and 30 inches. Let's get started. So the workout, best for last. I set up all my equipment in advance. Now, why did you do that, Bobby Maximus? I'm glad you asked. I'm about to tell you. One of my pet peeves is when people go to do a circuit. And we talked about this. This is for time. You're doing this as fast as you can. They try to cheat it by just going from exercise to exercise without setting up their gear, and so they get extra rest. When I'm done my pull-ups, I want my dumbbells ready for the dumbbell front squat push press. When I'm done those, I want my box ready to jump on, so I set up everything in advance. So when we look at the exercises we're gonna do a pull-up. We need a pull-up bar. We're gonna do some dumbbell front squat push presses or some thrusters. So I have my dumbbells here. I chose 225s. I'd recommend somewhere between 20 and 30 pounds for each dumbbell. I got a box, 24 inches for my box jumps. The push-ups, I just need a floor. The sit-ups, I got a mat. A lot of you are just babies and you complain that your little back hurts when you do sit-ups, so I got you a nice, comfortable mat so you don't hurt your back. And then we're going to do burpees, and again, burpees just need the floor. And that's going to be the order of the exercises, so let's just shut up and get to work. Less talk, more action. So here we go. We're going to start the clock because, again, these type of workouts, these chippers, these progressions, they are for time. We're going to start that clock. Away we go. We're going to start with pull-ups. We owe 20 pull-ups. I don't give a shit whether you do your pull-ups on neutral grip bars or a wide grip, or you do chin-ups. Get them with whatever bar you have available. Here we go. One thing I want you to note that I'm doing with the pull-up, I'm pulling my chest all the way to the bar. I can't stand when people do these halfway pull-ups and they do this, where they barely get their chin over the bar. If your thumbs don't touch your armpits, if your chest doesn't hit that bar, it doesn't count in my world. So get 20 quality pull-ups. Again, as a refresher, this is what a pull-up looks like. Good. So now we've done our 20 pull-ups. We're on to the next station, 30 dumbbell front squat push presses. Now, what's a front squat push press? CrossFit would call it a thruster. I call it a front squat push press because I think the name is just more descriptive. It's a front squat and a push press put together. You're going to grab your dumbbells. You're going to put them at the shoulders. You're going to squat down to parallel, ideally a little lower than parallel so your hips crease. You're going to come up, and you're going to push overhead. Your arms have to straighten out overhead, just like this. "20 pull-ups are done. 30 dumbbell front squat push presses are done. Now we owe 40 box jumps. The size of box I chose today, 24 inches. If you're more fit, you can make it a little higher, go to 30. If you're less fit, try a 14 or a 20. For the box jump, you're going to stand in front of the box. You're going to jump. You're going to stand all the way up. Don't cheat it. And I prefer that people step down. If you want to jump down, fine. See a lot of high-end CrossFit athletes do that, but be careful. I don't want you blowing your knee. Don't want you blowing your ankle. So that's why I prefer step down. But regardless, you're going to jump up. You're going to stand all the way up. You're going to step down, and you owe 40 total box jumps. And now for some push-ups. Everybody's favorite. And honestly, I say it's everybody's favorite. It's my favorite exercise of all time. For the push-up, we've done all the other exercises. We owe 50 of them, all right? Hands roughly shoulder width apart. Nice tight plank. You're going to lower yourself down while keeping that plank. You're going to touch the chest to the ground, and you're going to press back up. So where are we right now? We did our 20 pull-ups. We did our 30 thrusters or dumbbell front squat push presses. We did our 40 box jumps. We did our 50 push-ups. I got a little ahead of myself there. Don't crucify me in the comments. Now we owe 60 total sit-ups. Like I was saying earlier, I got a little mat because a lot of you are babies and you complain your back hurts. And we're just going to do 60 sit-ups. Just a classic ab exercise. And there's no real form here, to be honest with you. You just put your knees to a 45-degree angle, feet flat on the ground, and you're just going to sit up. And we're going to do 60 straight. You'd think this is the easiest part of the workout. And for the first 10, it might feel like that. For the first 20, it might feel like that. But 30, 40, 50, if you have the perseverance to keep going without stopping, this will burn those abs. And remember when I was talking about the boys being dirty, nasty, filthy, grimy superheroes? There's nothing more filthy or nasty than a whole bunch of burpees. And the reason this workout is called the best for last is because we saved the best for last. We saved the burpees till the end, and we owe 70 of them. And no, I didn't stutter. I said 70, the number between 69 and 71. 70 total burpees after the pull-ups, after the dumbbell front squat push presses, after the box jumps, after the push-ups, after the sit-ups. This is absolutely brutal. This is where most people quit. This is what's going to test how bad you really want to be here, but it's got to get done, and you want that superhero physique. You want to be capable AF. You truly want to be a badass. This is the work you need to do, so let's just get started. It's burpee time. For the burpee, you're going to touch your chest to the ground. You're going to jump up every single time. If you fall apart, struggle back to your feet and get up and get right back down. Just do whatever the hell you got to do to get through this. Again, 70 total reps. You asked me for this. Bobby Maximus, give me a workout that's going to crush my soul. Give me something savage. Give me something nasty. Give me something grimy. And you got it today. The workout best for last. But we started with some hydration tips. We did 5 sets of 5 incline bench press to work some strength, and then we got down to business in the workout, that soul-crushing workout I was talking about, the best for last. It's a big ass circuit style workout, 20 pull-ups, 30 dumbbell front squat push presses, 40 box jumps, 50 push-ups, 60 sit-ups, and the best for last, 70 burpees, done in order, done for time. And honestly, like without all the nonsense theatric talk, without comparing it to the show The Boys, this is the type of work that's going to make you better. You know why you haven't changed? You know why you're fat? You know why you're embarrassed to take your shirt off at the pool? You know why you hate the reflection looking back at you every night? So you don't work hard. Like you show up, you swipe your little membership card, you walk on the treadmill, you watch some, I don't know, whatever you watch on TV at the gym, you do a couple of sets and you go home, and then you wonder why you don't change. If you're going to change, if you're going to transform your physique, if you're going to look like a superhero, if you're going to look like a Hollywood A-lister, you got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort, and this is the type of work that's going to get it done. Is it fun? No. Is it easy? No. Do you want to do it? I mean, probably not. Not a lot of people want to do this type of work. But if you really want to change, you really want to see a positive effect from your workouts, this is the type of stuff you got to do. So stop making your excuses, stop crying, stop whining, stop blaming it on the fact that other people have better genetics than you, or they're on drugs, or they have a secret superfood that you don't know about, and just get off the couch and get your lazy ass to work.